Joined now by offensive tackle from Oregon, Josh Conerly Jr. Josh, thanks for carving out some time for us.
For sure. Thank you guys for having me.
Josh, man, you have become, slowly but surely, one of the draft community's favorite players. It's kind of a wide open OT1 race right now. There's definitely a lot of good players, and there's always ongoing conversations of tackle versus guard. Not with you, though. 34-inch arms, you're an offensive tackle. But as this buzz comes around, do you hear any of that? Do you let the outside noise get to you, or are you just focused on what your game is right now?
I mean, obviously, I feel like everybody, in my circle, tells me certain things, but, it's like I still got to go out there and prove myself, so.
And you're one of the younger offensive tackles in this class, and that's part of that. And it's not always easy. Everyone thinks about it like Madden. Okay, well, you're young, and you're just going to get +4 overall the next year.
Right.
Not how it works. But you were one of these guys that, from last year to this year, and I've said this as well, big step forward in pass protection. But from your standpoint, what were some of the things that you think cleaned up or got better from last year to this last year at Oregon?
I think I believed in myself more, and I played with a lot more confidence. And I feel like in pass protection specifically, I threw my hands a lot more. I feel like I always did that, but it was like every single play. No matter who I was going against, I didn't care. I was gonna play to my techniques and knew what I can do. So.
Well, I'm no offensive line aficionado, as you could tell, didn't play the position, but there's a lot more complexity that goes into that position.
Yeah.
I think your foot speed's fantastic, and you talked about fighting with your hands. This year, everything looked so much more coordinated between those two movements. Right. Talk to me about the process to get those two. 4 different limbs doing different things,
right,
but get them to be able to coordinate.
I'm gonna say my hands and my feet had to marry each other in order for them to work together. So that's what I like to think of as if what makes it better is that just getting out there and practicing. You know what I mean? And the amount of reps that we take in practice is what makes us a great team and what makes us great,
Totally.
That's what's going to continue. That's why our legacy is going to continue to build, and we're going to become one of the blue chip teams in the country. So
100%, and that's been a common thread that a lot of people have told us. It's the work that you put in when no one's looking that pays off when everyone is looking.
Sure.
So even off of that, let's talk about your time at Oregon. That's not an easy offense to play left tackle for. No. It's a lot of quick passes. It's a lot of getting to the second level because of screens, but also the run game, and then also pass protecting a ton for a guy who gets the ball out quick.
Right.
Also a lot of deep developing routes within that offense too. So talk to me about some of the exciting parts of blocking in that offense, but then some of the challenges that kind of come with it, and maybe what that excites about you.
I feel like the exciting thing is that if you're an athletic tackle, they're going to make sure you get out there and be an athlete. You're going to get you out of space, whether it's a screen, transportation plays, outside zone, But there's also a lot of grit and grind to it too with your gap scheme and inside zone. So, it's a fun offense. It puts your talents on display at all times. So.
I really think the movement skills definitely. I think Jackson Powers Johnson's one I love from last year's class. You saw. Screen game. It's like, whoa, what's the center doing all the way out there too? Yeah. And a lot of that is true this year for you. And then I wanted to know, as you're kind of coming to the Senior Bowl, do you have anybody you're working with for off-season work or regiment?
I'm just out in Excel.
Okay.
At Excel Sports out in Irvine, California. That's where I'm doing my off-season training and stuff. So.
Awesome, fantastic. And then now we're here at the Senior Bowl. Day 1 of practice. Again, I don't know how much the noise gets to you, but you were like a unanimous day 1 winner. And I would back that up. Foot movement looked great. The power is certainly there. You have the ability of both being able to get out and run, but you also have a really nice anchor that's developing.
Right.
But from your standpoint, how did day 1 go?
I think it was a decent day. Obviously didn't play real football for 27 days, so, just getting out there and playing is what I enjoyed the most. Just getting out there, being able to go hit somebody, go block, but really just playing with the guys that I just met 2 days ago. You know what I mean?
Right.
Getting out there, being out there with people I've never played with before. So I feel like that was fun, and we're gonna be ready for Saturday. So.
And what are some of the challenges with that? Because there's a lot of communication on the offensive line as well. So what are some of the trials and tribulations that come with that? And of course, I think things are going to get even better day 2 of practice today and day 3 tomorrow.
Yeah, for sure. I think it's more just the trust and the different play styles. Is your guard going to be a little bit more aggressive on certain combos, or are they going to leave less so you have more to take over? But it's really just learning how everybody does certain things.
Yeah, and Senior Bowl, but even the draft as a whole, a lot of talk about this defensive line group. A lot of depth at edge, a lot of great interior defensive linemen.
Yeah.
But all that noise, I bet as an offensive tackle, you're like, well, okay, they're solid. But coming to the Senior Bowl, a lot of those guys did decide to come here and compete. So what excites you about that opportunity to go, hey, these guys are all potential first rounders, potential top 50 guys, and I'm out here going one-on-one with them?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I was doing that in practice already at Oregon, going against guys like Jordan Burch, Mateo Ungaloy, that's going to be a guy next year. And then, I mean, there's a lot of young guys that we have at Oregon that are going to be up-and-coming juniors that are real. So I feel like those guys stack up against all my competition, you know what I mean? And I feel like some people that are here on our team that we're going against, I've already played before with like Josiah Stewart and then a guy from UCLA, but there's also a lot of new people too. And I mean, I'm just looking forward to the opportunity.
Well, Josh, I don't want to take up too much of your time, but 2 more days of practice. Anything you're hoping for out of the next couple of days?
Just go out there, continue to compete, and just gel with the offensive line more, and so we go out there to just play fast and physical on Saturday. So.
Well, Josh, like I said, big fan of your game, man. I think you're starting to make a strong case for yourself being OT1 in this year's class, man. So appreciate you taking some time to talk to us this morning.
Thank you, man.
Awesome. Appreciate you.